Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Bills Mafia, buckle up because the latest whispers around the league point to what could be a game-changing move for the Bills this upcoming offseason. Word on the street is that Buffalo is deep in negotiations to acquire Joseph Ossai from the Cincinnati Bengals, and the discussions are heating up. According to sources close to the league, the deal might be finalized soon. And if it goes through, it's going to send shockwaves through the AFC East and the entire AFC landscape. The rumor is that Buffalo is offering a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft in exchange for Oss, a young, explosive edge rusher who's just entering his prime and could be the piece that pushes this Bills defense over the top. Now, before we get into the details of what this move could mean, let's talk about the player himself. Joseph Oss is just 25 years old, and he's built like a freight train at 6'4", 263 pounds. What makes him stand out is his incredible burst off the line, running a blazing 4.63 40-yard dash, and his relentless motor. Over the past couple of seasons, Oss has shown flashes of dominance, especially in 2025, where through 2 games before September 15th, he already had 2 sacks, 6 tackles, 4 solo, and a forced fumble. His PFF grade is sitting at an impressive 82, which puts him among the top 25 edge rushers in the league right now. That's the kind of production that gets a team like the Bills excited, especially when you consider how much of a difference maker he could be in the pass rush. Deep dive into Joseph Ossai's profile. Joseph Ossai's journey to the NFL is an inspiring one. Born in Nigeria, Ossai moved to Texas where he played high school football and quickly made a name for himself due to his relentless pursuit and athleticism. He played college football at the University of Texas, where he became a standout pass rusher, recording 17.5 sacks over his 3 seasons and earning all Big 12 honors. His combination of size, speed, and motor make him a nightmare for offensive tackles, and his ability to bend around the edge allows him to get into the backfield with relative ease. In the NFL, Oss has shown rapid development. His rookie season in 2022 was somewhat limited, but he still managed to record 4 sacks and display his potential. In 2023, he took a significant step forward, playing in 16 games and earning approximately 560 snaps, with 5 sacks, 42 tackles, and multiple quarterback pressures. His pressure rate of 11.4% and a pass rush win rate of about 20% are indicative of a player who can consistently threaten the quarterback. His ability to generate pressure without needing to blitz is crucial. It allows defenses to keep additional help in coverage, which is vital against high-powered offenses like Kansas City or Cincinnati. Analyzing the Bengals' position and why they might trade Oss, the Cincinnati Bengals are in a bit of a tricky spot. After a strong 2022 season that culminated in a trip to the Super Bowl, expectations were sky-high for 2023. However, early in 2025, the team has struggled with consistency, especially on the defensive side. Giving up an average of 27 points per game through the first 2 contests, their defense has shown vulnerabilities that need strengthening. Their pass rush, which was a strength in 2022 with Hendrickson and Hubbard, has been inconsistent. Hendrickson, now 35, isn't the same player he was, and Hubbard has been battling injuries, which have hampered his production. Cincinnati's cap situation is tight, with only about $4.8 million in available space, complicating extensions for key players and bringing in reinforcements. They are prioritizing extending the contracts of young stars like Trey Hendrickson and Joe Burrow, but they also need to rebuild their offensive line, which has been underwhelming this season. The decision to potentially trade Oss, who is requesting a contract extension near $22 million per year, makes sense from their perspective. They might see him as a valuable piece to flip for future assets, especially if they're planning a rebuild with younger players and draft picks. This trade also aligns with Cincinnati's plan to shed salary and acquire draft capital for a rebuild. Their early struggles within the AFC North including a 0-1 record against division rivals, have exposed their defensive deficiencies. Losing Osai could be seen as a strategic move to reset and focus on developing their younger players, such as Miles Murphy, a first-round pick in 2023, and other draft assets. The strategic fit for Buffalo from the Bills' side. This potential acquisition couldn't be more strategic. Buffalo is 2-0 in 2025, and while their offense has been clicking, led by MVP-caliber performances from Josh Allen, their defense remains a key to their championship aspirations. The addition of Osai would immediately bolster their pass rush, which has been solid but not yet elite. Buffalo's defensive line has talented pieces like edge rusher Greg Rouse, who had a breakout 2023 with 10-5 sacks, and Daron Payne inside, who provides stoutness against the run. However, Rouso's inconsistency against the run and the need for more pressure on elite quarterbacks has been a concern. Adding Osai with his explosiveness and relentless pursuit would give the Bills a dual threat on the edges, speed and power, that offensive lines would find hard to contain. Impact on defensive and offensive dynamics. The immediate impact of this move would be to increase the Bills' sack total and pressure rate significantly. Early projections suggest Osai could register 2 or more sacks in the first few games following the trade, disrupting offenses and forcing turnovers. His ability to bend the edge and turn pressures into sacks will complement Rouso's power rush and Oliver's interior disruption. Moreover, Osai's presence could elevate the entire defense's efficiency. His pressure rate of 11.4% and win rate of 20% showcase his ability to consistently threaten the quarterback, which is essential against high-caliber passers like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. By forcing hurried throws and inducing turnovers, Osai could help reduce the Bills' points allowed, which currently sits at around 20 points per game, down to the mid-teens, a massive improvement for a team with Super Bowl ambitions. On the offensive side, Josh Allen's performance benefits from a more aggressive, disruptive defense. When the opposing team's pass rush is neutralized or contained, Allen has more time to extend plays, find open receivers, and make downfield throws. This synergy could translate into an increase of roughly 180-200 yards per game for Allen and his targets, while also improving red zone efficiency, areas where the Bills can capitalize and put pressure on opponents. Broader context, historical significance, and future outlook. Historically, the Bills have been a franchise on the cusp. Their last Super Bowl appearance was in 1993, and since then, they've experienced playoff heartbreaks, near misses, and rebuilding phases. The addition of a young, explosive pass rusher like Osai signals a renewed commitment to building a championship-caliber team around Josh Allen, who, since entering the league in 2018, has been a transformative figure for the franchise. Buffalo's recent history has been marked by a potent offense led by Allen, Stephon Diggs, and a solid running game. However, their defense has often been the Achilles heel, especially in high-stakes playoff games. Improving their pass rush has been a priority, and this move aligns with their long-term strategy of creating a balanced, dominant team capable of winning multiple playoff games and ultimately hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Looking ahead, the Bills' expectations are high. With a talented core of young players like Rouse, Allen, Diggs, and now possibly Osai, the team is positioned well for sustained success. The AFC is stacked. Kansas City, Cincinnati, Miami, and Baltimore all present formidable challenges, but with strategic moves like acquiring Osai, Buffalo can elevate its status to the top tier. Deep analysis. What this means for the AFC East in the broader division context, this potential move could reshape the AFC East. The Miami Dolphins have been aggressive, adding weapons like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey, while the New England Patriots are retooling under new leadership. The Jets, with Aaron Rodgers potentially returning, are also a threat. Buffalo's push to strengthen their pass rush with Os could be the missing piece needed to assert dominance. If the Bills can leverage Osai's explosiveness to generate 20-25% more sacks early in the season, it could translate into multiple wins and a significant division lead. It also puts pressure on their divisional rivals to make similar moves or risk falling behind in the playoff race. The impact on Bengals and their rebuild for Cincinnati. Trading Os might seem like a step back, but it's part of a larger rebuild plan. With Burrow returning from injury and the team focusing on rebuilding their offensive line and secondary, shedding salary and assets now makes strategic sense. Cincinnati's future hinges on developing young players like Murphy, Cam Taylor-Britt, and other draft picks while maintaining cap flexibility. Furthermore, the Bengals' early struggles, especially on defense, underscore the need for a fresh approach. While losing Asa hurts their pass rush depth temporarily, it opens opportunities for younger players to step up. They also have the benefit of multiple high draft picks in 2026, which can be used to continue rebuilding their roster. Player profiles and future projections. Joseph Oss. As a player, Ossai's trajectory points upward. His explosiveness, motor, and ability to generate pressure make him a potential double-digit sack artist in a full season if given the right role. His health will be a key factor. He's battled minor injuries, but reports indicate he's fully healthy entering 2025. If he maintains his development curve, he could be a cornerstone on defense for the next 5 years. Josh Allen asterisk. The Bills' quarterback continues to evolve as one of the league's most dynamic playmakers. His arm strength, mobility, and leadership are unmatched in Buffalo's history. With improved pass protection and a stronger pass rush, Allen's numbers could spike. Potentially 5-0+ yards, 40+ touchdowns, and a lower interception rate, positioning him as a frontrunner for MVP. Stefon Diggs asterisk. The All-Pro wide receiver remains one of the best route runners and deep threats in the league. His chemistry with Allen is critical, and with a fortified pass rush, defenses will have to pick their poison, double-cover Diggs or focus on Allen's scrambling ability. Greg Rousseau asterisk. The rising star at edge rusher has already established himself as a threat with 5 sacks in 2023. Continuing to develop his consistency and run defense will be key, and pairing him with Ossai could create a formidable duo. Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard asterisk. Although aging and dealing with injuries, both players provide veteran leadership and pass rushing experience. Their presence allows the Bills to rotate fresh pass rushers, keeping Ossai and Rousseau fresh for critical moments. Expectations for the 2025 season and beyond. Looking forward to the 2025 season, the Bills are expected to be serious contenders. If the Ossai deal materializes, projections suggest they could reach 50+ sacks as a team, an elite figure that would significantly improve their defensive rank. This improvement could translate into fewer points allowed per game, better third down efficiency, and more turnovers. Offensively, the team's core is intact, and with Allen's continued development, they can be among the league's highest-scoring teams. Special teams remains a strength, with kicker Tyler Bass and punter Sam Martin providing solid coverage. Long-term, the Bills' front office seems committed to maintaining a balance of youth and experience, with a focus on draft capital and strategic trades. Their goal is to build a sustainable winner that can compete year after year, rather than relying solely on free agency. Final thoughts. The bigger picture in summation, the potential acquisition of Joseph Oss by the Buffalo Bills signals a clear intent to contend seriously for the Super Bowl in the coming years. It reflects a well-thought-out strategy to bolster the defense, particularly the pass rush, which has been a lingering weakness. If successful, this move could be the catalyst that elevates Buffalo from playoff contender to legitimate Super Bowl favorite. For the Bengals, it's about retooling and rebuilding, an acknowledgement that they need to shed some assets to develop a more complete roster. This trade, if it happens, will be remembered as a pivotal moment in both franchises' trajectories. Fans should keep a close eye on how this develops over the coming weeks. The NFL offseason is a whirlwind of rumors, trades, and surprises, and Buffalo's pursuit of Ossai is just the tip of the iceberg. With the right pieces in place, the Bills' window for a Super Bowl is wide open, and this move could be the one that finally unlocks that elusive championship. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Are you excited about adding Joseph Ossai to the roster? Do you think this trade could be the piece that finally pushes the Bills into Super Bowl glory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills organization. Remember, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and we'll be here every step of the way to bring you the latest updates. So stay tuned, keep that passion burning, and let's see what the future holds for our Buffalo Bills. This team is building something truly special, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit for our beloved franchise.